Hey, you guys, it's your boy. I'm gonna do number five next. I'm not totally sure which is easier, one or five. One has there's a minimum of three extrusions on one, whereas I know a way to do number five with two extrusions, so I figure it's shorter. It is a little trickier in terms of sketching, but I'll show you how to do this one now. So here's the key to five. Look at the side of five, the right side. You can see it's just a L shape. So the easiest way to do five is you could just draw this L thingy and then extrude it sideways. And then you can see there's like a tunnel dug through it. You just cut out the tunnel and then you're done. Now you could do it, you could build up this little bottom leg and then you could build the U-shaped thing on top. You could try to do additive that way. But I feel like this make the L and one cut and you're done. So it's a two extrude deal. And your one sketch is an L, which is Ella easy to sketch, and your other sketch is a rectangle, which is obviously simple. All right, so let's do it. Let's do the L first. Let's look at the L. The L, you can see the part that sticks out here is 2 units high. It goes back in five. It goes up five, and then 2 units deep up here. So it's just five and two is all you need to draw this. These edges are three, in case you're interested. Um, so I'm just going to go do this. I think I could actually make the L out of two rectangles, right? So let's go for it. So I'm going to go back to the old Fusion. I'm going to create a new sketch. This time I want to use this plane here because this is going to be the right side of it. This is the YZ plane. I'm going to click on the YZ plane. Um, and I'm going to come in here and sketch. I'm going to draw over here on the left side. So this matches. And I'm just going to go down here to the origin and put in one rectangle. Boom. And then I'm going to go over here, another rectangle. I start down here in the lower left corner and then just click there. All right. So now I have this backwards L. And you can see I have no dimensions at all. I totally blew that off, but I remember the measurements. So I'm going to use my dimension tool. So you can click the sketch dimension tool. You can hit D for dimension. Click on this line here. Um, this was 5 star 0.25. All right. This one down here on the bottom. Now check it out. On the bottom, it needs to be 5, but I have 2 lines now. So this is awkward. I can't decide which line to click on. What I'm going to do is use the endpoints on the bottom. So I'm going to click on this corner, boom. Click on this corner at the origin, boom. And then I get a dimension here that goes in between those two. So I'm going to move the dimension down here, click, and I'm going to type 5 star 0.25, boom. All right. There it is. Cool. It doesn't look right though, does it? It looks weird. The reason is the part that sticks up, this needs to be 2 squares. So I'm going to put a dimension on there. I click on the line, move my mouse up, click again, and it's just uh, 2 star 0.25. Boom. You can see it's starting to look better. Over here, I need another dimension. Click there, go to the left, click again, 2 star 0.25, enter. Boom. There it is. Okay, that's the L shape. Now, again, you could clean this up if you wanted. You could trim. I'm just going to leave it untrimmed so you can see how this works. It'll extrude both shapes. I'll have to tell it. But you could use trim and clean that line up if you wanted. Sometimes when you trim, it screws up your dimensions and stuff. So I don't do it usually unless I have to. Anyways, I finished the sketch. I'm going to use the home view and go there. And you can see I got this stuff here. I got to extrude it. I'm going to extrude it up and to the left. And because there's two shapes here, it doesn't know what to extrude. So I got to tell it, extrude this and this. And I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I changed my mind. We're going to come out here to the right. Okay. So I'm going to let it go down to the right. That's what it wants to do. I got to figure out how far to go. I don't know. I don't remember. This edge up here tells you the total width of this thing. It's 368. All right. So 8 star 0.25. Hit enter. Gonna zoom out there and I can pan over and see it. And that looks pretty good. So there's my L thing. Okay. I did an L of a good job. So now what I got to do is I got to cut this trench in the middle and I got to figure out what is going on. How do I cut this tunnel here? So first thing is I can look at these little legs that stick out and you can see that each one of those has 2 units on each side. And you can kind of see if you look at the distance between those legs that it's 4 between them. So I kind of know that the width of the cut I'm going to make is 4 and it's 2 from the right and it's 2 from the left is where it starts and ends. Also, let's look at top to bottom. Well, the bottom part, it cuts through the bottom part. That is a height of 2. It also, look, it sticks up into the top part of the L. it sticks up 1 unit. So the height of it is 2 plus 1, which is 3. All right. So let's go back. We're going to sketch this. Where are we going to sketch it? You could do either this face up here of the object, or you could do it down here. I'm going to do it on the bottom part and click here. So I did create sketch, and I'm just clicking on this face of the object. Boom, rotates over. I'm just going to draw a square. Okay, draw a rectangle. I'm going to go on the bottom edge somewhere. Make sure you don't get a midpoint. That's about the only bad point you could do. See that triangle? That means a midpoint. Don't put it there. That's in the middle. It'll stick there. We won't be able to dimension it. I'm just going to put it over here somewhere, and I'm going to put it up here somewhere, and just make it look about right. Okay. And then what I do is I just throw the dimensions on later, and I don't know, easiest way to do it, in my opinion. So dimension tool, again, you need that. You can click D for type D for dimension, or click on it. So the distance here, I'm going to measure the distance from the left edge. Click on the left edge. Click on this edge. Move your mouse down and click, and then I can put that distance in there. It's 2 squares, 2 star 0.25. All right, cool. Now, if you recall, the width of this cut we're going to make is 4. So I'm just going to click on the left edge of the cut there, the right edge of the cut there, move my mouse down here, click again. This is 4 squares, 4 star 0.25, which is just 1. And you can see in terms of left and right, you can see there's 2 squares left over here. So it's exactly how I want it. The only thing that's left is this top line. You can see this top line is blue. It doesn't have enough dimensions. So we're going to dimension from the top line to the bottom. So I click on the top, click on the bottom, move my mouse to the left, and then I can put what this height was. This was 3 squares, 3 star 0.25, hit enter, and then now I'm looking good. All right, that's my cut I'm going to make. I'm going to do green check mark to exit the sketch. I'm going to go to my home view so I can see what's up. And there it is. There's the rectangle. So I want to take that rectangle and use it as a cutting tool to cut all the way back through here. Now, at this point, I got to think about how far to cut. So if you look going from the front to the back, this right here is the longest place. It would be 5 units. So you can make it cut 5 units, but I'm going to show you a better way. All right. So let's do the extrude. And this is tricky here because you have the top half and the bottom half of the rectangle. So got to click on both. And we don't want to extrude out, right? That's not good. We want to go backwards. All right. So I'm going to go backwards. And we could calculate how far to go backwards. And it's 5 squares, which is 1.25. But we know we want to go all the way through. And so what you should do whenever you have this situation, when you need to go all the way through something with a cut, don't use the distance. Tell it to go all the way through. So you can go over here it's the first time we've gone over here and really looked at this extrude thing. Over here it says extent type. Normally it has a distance. Extent is just how far something goes. So you just click this and it shows you a list. And we're going to use all. All will cut all the way through it. All right. So I'm going to say all. And you notice the distance goes away. You don't have to tell it a distance anymore. Make sure the operation is cut. It's usually smart enough to know, oh, you're going in, you want to cut. And then you should just be able to hit OK. And you did it. All right. That's it. And that's all. And double check it. Look at the original that you're copying. Make sure it looks the same. All the edges look about the same. And you're good. You're ready to save. This was number 5. So I'm going to hit my save tool. I type in $5. Make sure I'm in my right project. Hit save. Then go to your link stuff. Add your link to Classroom. If you need help with that link stuff, let me know in class. I'll help you out. And that's it. I'm going to do number 1 next, and then we're done.